Gundam Wing combined with Godzilla. How in the world can that possibly be bad? Pacific Rim is directed by Guillermo del Toro. Love that guy. Such an excellent visual director. I'm a big fan of the Hellboy films. Pan's Labyrinth is a beautiful visual experience. The man knows how to make uniquely crafted movies that look amazing. And Pacific Rim is a great opportunity for him to be able to do that, because this film is essentially about a future time in which these beasts have taken over the earth and they're kind of just rampaging around. They're known as kaiju in this film, and they basically look like a combination of the Cloverfield monster and Godzilla. These things burst out of the ocean from a portal that connects their world with ours, and they rampage around and have fun for a while until humans invent a new piece of technology that they call Jaegers. Essentially, it's a giant mecha, and two pilots get inside of this mecha, their minds meld, and they are then able to control the beast and fight these monsters. And that's essentially what this movie is about. You have different characters presented throughout the film that are there to have a story of some kind, but in reality, you're going to see this movie because you want to see mechas versus Godzilla. And does this movie deliver in that aspect? Yes, it does. This movie has some of the coolest fight scenes I've seen. Extremely fun to watch. Terrific special effects too. I mean, top-notch CGI and excellent 3D. I would strongly recommend seeing this movie in 3D, which is not something I generally say. The 3D in this movie is terrific. The depth of field really feels like you are looking into a tunnel of images. And as I said, the CGI is excellent. The monsters look really cool. And this is something I was concerned about because Guillermo del Toro is very well known for creating terrific prosthetic creatures and great makeup work. Yes, he's most definitely done CGI. I mean, I love Hellboy. I love Hellboy too. But for the most part, he does like to work with a lot of prosthetics. Now, all the fights in this movie, it's going to be 100% CGI. It's obvious, and it all looks terrific and extremely convincing. Never once did I feel like I was actually looking at a CGI image. I was aware of it. I mean, I knew it's not real, but I was able to get into the scenes so much, and I really like that element of this movie. Now, all I've really talked about is the visual experience so far, and that is really the best aspect of this movie. You're going to go into this movie, if you want to see monsters versus mechs, it's going to be awesome and you're going to have fun. If you go to a movie starring Godzilla, or if you go to a movie that stars giant robots, are you really there to see anything else besides Godzilla or the robots? Yes, it would be nice if the actors are well done, there's interesting characters, but when you go to a Transformers movie, what are you really wanting to see? You're wanting to see Optimus Prime. When you go to see Pacific Rim, you want to see these things fight, and you will get that, and it's awesome. But I do have to say that aside from two great performances in this movie, that of Idris Elba and Ron Perlman, who are just awesome in this movie, just about everything else isn't really up to par with what I was hoping it would be. The main actor of the movie is Charlie Hunnam, and this guy gets recruited to come back to the Jaeger program after a tragedy happened to him. So he has to learn how to get back into it again. He has to be the hero that he used to be. His performance as this character was so stilted and really not good. And it pains me to say that because he's the Luke Skywalker of this movie. He's the guy that you're supposed to feel the blood pumping through him, and you're supposed to feel when he's in that robot, yes, I feel there's a human in there and I feel like I'm with this thing, and it's just not like that. Now, Mako is a character in the film who's a total badass. She is completely as strong as any of the guys. She can hold her own, and she was a lot better, I thought. But like I said, Idris Elba and Ron Perlman are fantastic in the movie. I love their characters, and I love their actors. Idris Elba's character had a lot of depth, and you really got to know him. He had the most depth out of anyone in the whole movie, really. He should have been the main character, in all honesty. And Ron Perlman was just awesome, because he is awesome as a person, but at the same time, his character was really cool and entertaining and funny. Charlie Day is in the film as well, and he has annoyed me in the past, but I kind of liked him here, because he did give something more to his character than I was expecting. It's really just the main guy, honestly, that really failed for me, because he was the character you're supposed to really be rooting for, and I couldn't feel a thing for him. Like, I remember there was one part in the movie where a monster was just like beating on his robot, and I was like, if the monster reached in there and ripped him out right now and killed him in his hand, I'd probably think that was pretty awesome. And I shouldn't think that about the main character, hero of the film, I guess. That being said, you go to a movie like this to see robots fighting dinosaurs, and you get it, and it's awesome, and it's extremely well done. So for that reason, I'm going to give Pacific Rim a B. I do think the human element of the film could have been much better, and the performances could have been better, but it is still a really enjoyable, fun summer experience with a lot of great action set pieces in there and terrific CGI, and I would definitely recommend seeing it in 3D. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.